Ladies and gentlemen, I want to first of all apologize to any family or friends of this woman right here because I know what I'm going to say is not going to sit well with some people's sensibilities. But I think that people come and listen to my stories because they want me to be honest and they want me to have some type of rhyme and reason to what I'm saying. And I believe that what I'm saying is helping people make better decisions, and hopefully we can start saving children and not put them in such bad positions. That's what the AFC stands for. The person that you see on my screen is a mother. She is a mother of 5 kids. Not a wife, just a mother that had 5 kids. And I said had as in past tense. Some of you guys already know where I'm going with this story, but let me tell you the story. This comes out of Winston-Salem. I think Winston-Salem is in Oregon. Y'all don't get on to me about my geography. I ain't that good. I ain't that smart, right? If I was a box of crayons, I probably wouldn't be the brightest one in the box. But Winston-Salem, and I bet y'all was probably wrong about that. Whatever. Winston-Salem, a man appears in court a year after the mother of 5 found dead in a Greensboro, Hampton park. A man is facing multiple charges, and he appeared in court Monday after he was accused of first-degree murder in the death of a 25-year-old woman. And that's North Carolina. I apologize. Sorry. North Carolina, my bad. I don't know. I didn't do good in geography. I'm just saying. But thank y'all for correcting me in the chat. A man is facing first-degree murder charges of that 25-year-old woman. And I want y'all to remember that this 25-year-old woman has 5 kids. An arrest was made after more than a year of the mother being shot and killed at a Greensboro park inside a vehicle. Police arrested and charged that individual that you see on my screen with a big ass tattoo underneath his eye, and I think it says, what does that say? I think it says dumbass. I can't read that. Maybe I gotta zoom in a little bit more. But I think it either says retard or dumbass. I'm not sure which one. But we'll move past the big ass thuggish, ruggish bone tattoo underneath the eye. Okay? His name is Austin Alvy Jackson, who was 26 years old. So he was only 1 year older than her, of Winston-Salem, North Carolina. With first-degree murder and robbery with a dangerous weapon. First-degree murder and robbery with a dangerous weapon. And I want y'all to remember that he robbed a mother of 5. Bookmark that. We'll come back to it. He is facing charges in the death of the 25-year-old woman by the name of Desiree Amy Hall, 25 years old. Court officials say that Jackson made his first court appearance on Monday. Officials say that he will be held with no bond. Good for that. No bond. And could face the death penalty if he is convicted. Also, good for that. Desiree was killed in November of 2019, leaving behind not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 5 children, ranging in the ages of 2 years old to as high as 11 years old. I'm going to just put that in the air for y'all, as if I was smoking a blunt. I'm going to put that in the air for y'all. I'm going to let y'all smell that, and y'all tell me what's wrong with that picture. We'll come back to it here in a moment. Desiree was killed in November 2019. The 25-year-old mother is leaving behind 5 children ranging in age from age 2 all the way up to 11 years old. Jackson's next court appearance is tentatively scheduled for February the 9th. Let's see if the AFC picks that up. I gotta tell y'all something, man. It's funny how in these so-called sectors of YouTube All of these idiots are calling people pedophiles and child molesters and all of these weird things that people call people just because they don't like them or they're jealous or whatever the case is. And you're constantly accusing people of doing something when you actually have a situation where you guys know that this could have been your cousin, this could have been your sister, this could have been your neighbor, this could have been anybody. If she's 25 years old with an 11-year-old, that means that she was getting plucked. She was getting her feathers plucked between the age of 13 and 14 years old. Drink some of my Dos Equis on that one. A mother by the age of 15 getting her feathers plucked at 13 and 14 years old. I am the father of a 13-year-old girl. And shout out to my daughter, by the way. That really resonates with me. That really hits home for me. And not only did this mother have that happen, we don't know the story. But what we do know is the remnants that happened thereafter. She didn't stop at that. She had a second baby. Nobody got tubes tied. None of that. Birth control, none of that. We have a third kid. No tubes tied, no birth control, none of that. A fourth kid. My body, my choice. A fifth kid. No marriage, no husband, no stability. And she's 25. Do y'all know what age I was when I had my daughter? I was 24. At the age that she died was around when I had my daughter. My first. Not my fifth. First. That gestation takes 9 months at a time. So she literally spent all of her teenage and adult life pregnant with her legs in the air. Isn't that, man? Where were the parents? That's what I'm wondering. So the reason why I bring that up is because of this. There's a reason I'm bringing this up. And I know if y'all are listening, if y'all love this woman, if y'all knew this woman, I'm sorry that I'm saying this. I'm not talking to y'all. I'm talking to people around y'all and maybe people who have teenagers who are listening to this. Maybe teenage girls who are listening to this. This is not the scenario that you want to grow up and live in. To continue to just keep searching for love in all the wrong damn places. You don't find love with your legs in the air. I'm going to tell you, the majority of these dudes out here ain't shit. I've been one of them. I can attest. I was one of them. I became a better person, but I was not always a quintessential good person. I did my share of moving around. The reason I bring that up before I even show the videos is because I want y'all to look at his face and understand that he was basically her age. Do y'all think this has something to do with the robbery? Seeing how cute that young girl is? That young mother? Do y'all think that with her having 5 kids, how rich do y'all think she was at 25? Even though she could have been getting child support, food stamps, Section 8, all of that stuff. She could have been getting all of that. But how much money do y'all think she actually had? Let's think about this in a rational way. They said robbery. He robbed her. I wouldn't believe that R word. I wouldn't believe rob. I'd believe rape, not rob. Because I seriously doubt if she had anything that he wanted to rob from her. I'm not speaking that from what I know as a fact. I'm just saying I'm just trying to figure out how any of this makes any sense and why he would pick her as the so-called random target. I personally believe that he might have known her, might have been dating her, might have gotten mad at her, and he might have taken his anger out on her. But I'm just throwing it out there. But tell me what you guys think. Let me give you the fair usage. Let's get it. Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without the authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use. It is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107. Like I said, I could be wrong. I don't know her. I just don't know what a 25-year-old mother with 5 kids has that you would want to steal, besides the thing that helped her bring those 5 kids into this world. Just thinking rationally. Let's go.
Now, Winston-Salem man is in custody in connection to a 2019 homicide. 26-year-old Austin Jackson is charged with first-degree murder and robbery with a dangerous weapon. Police say he shot 25-year-old Desiree Hall on November 14th of last year at Hampton Park. Investigators say robbery appears to be the motive.
And let me knock down a theory. I know people are saying stimulus check. He murdered her in 2019 before we heard anything about coronavirus and before a shutdown. The shutdown happened in February of 2020. I want y'all to think about that. We weren't getting stimuluses in 2019. All right, let's go.
Breaking news right now at noon. Greensboro police are investigating the death of a mother. A friend of the family said she leaves behind 5 children.
Officers were called to Four Seasons Boulevard just after 10 o'clock yesterday morning for a report of a suspicious vehicle. When they arrived, they found 25-year-old Desiree Amy Hall dead in that vehicle from a gunshot wound. So far, investigators have not released any suspect information. A family friend tells us no one had heard from Hall since she dropped her youngest son off on Wednesday morning. Of course, we are keeping an eye on this. We will bring you the very latest as soon as it comes in.
Now, I want y'all to hear that. They said that they had not, the friend right there, you're going to hear from her, said that she was dropping her kid off and then this happened. So if you ask me, logically, it sounds like she might have been available and free after she dropped her kid off. So I just thought I'd throw that out there.
On this, we will bring you the very latest as soon as it comes in.
Let me back it up a little bit more. If you guys haven't already clicked that thumbs up, click that thumbs up. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe to our channel, the AFC Podcast. Make that red icon white and hit the thumbs up and click the notification so you'll know when we go live. But let's listen at that again.
25-year-old Desiree Amy Hall dead in that vehicle from a gunshot wound. So far, investigators have not released any suspect information. A family friend tells us no one had heard from Hall since she dropped her youngest son off on Wednesday morning. Of course, we are keeping an eye on this. We will bring you the very latest as soon as it comes in.
I just can't understand. I just don't understand.
A mother of 5 found dead in a Greensboro park. Desiree Hall was just 25 years old.
WFMY News 2's Tahisha Moy shows us how loved ones are trying to make sense of their loss.
I spoke with a woman who says Desiree was like a niece to her. She says she hasn't slept since she heard the news, and she's praying for justice.
She did not deserve what happened to her. She did.
Kimberly Hawkins Harrington forced to say goodbye to a woman she loved so much.
Next thing I know, I'm getting a phone call at like 7, like she's gone. I'm like, what? Who did that?
Greensboro police say 25-year-old Desiree Hall was shot to death in a car at Hampton Park on Four Seasons Boulevard Thursday morning.
She was a good girl.
While police try to figure out who killed her, Hawkins Harrington wants the answer to another question.
It's like, why? It's just a why.
Hall was a mother between the ages of 1 and 10.
It's just a why.
Hall was a mother to 5 kids between the ages of 1 and 10.
It just breaks my heart because it's like, now we got to take care of those babies.
Hawkins Harrington knows what it's like to grieve the loss of a child. Hall helped her through that.
I mean, even when my son passed away, she was right here. She stood by my side.
Now she's doing the same for her best friend, Hall's mother.
All I did was just talk to her on the phone and just let her cry.
Hawkins Harrington says she doesn't want people to focus on how Hall died, but the love she had for her kids while she was alive.
I mean, her whole heart went out to her kids.
You absolutely should focus on how she died so we can prevent other women that are in this situation from dying. Don't you think? Doesn't that make sense? Or am I just dumb? Let me let y'all hear this last video.
I just can't understand. I just don't understand.
A mother of 5 found dead in a Greensboro park. Desiree Hall was just 25 years old.
WFMY News Tahesha Moy shows us how loved ones are trying to make sense of their loss.
And it was in a park. I'm sorry, nothing about this story makes any sense.
I spoke with a woman who says Desiree was like a niece to her. She says she hasn't slept since she heard the news, and she's praying for justice.
She did not deserve what happened to her. She did.
Kimberly Hawkins Harrington forced to say goodbye to a woman she loved so much.
Next thing I know, I'm getting a phone call at like 7, like she's gone. I'm like, what? Who did that?
Greensboro police say 25-year-old Desiree Hall was shot to death in a car at Hampton Park on Four Seasons Boulevard Thursday morning.
She was a good girl.
While police try to figure out who killed her, Hawkins Harrington wants the answer to another question.
It's like, why? It's just a why.
Hall was a mother to 5 kids between the ages of 1 and 10.
It just breaks my heart because it's like, now we got to take care of those babies.
Hawkins Harrington knows what it's like to grieve the loss of a child. Hall helped her through that.
I mean, even when my son passed away, she was right here. She stood by my side.
Now she's doing the same for her best friend, Hall's mother.
All I did was just talk to her on the phone and just let her cry.
Hawkins Harrington says she doesn't want people to focus on how Hall died, but the love she had for her kids while she was alive.
I think somebody absolutely should dig into how she died, why this dude did it, what was going on. And they're already, look, I'm going to tell you, they're already going to fry. Let me see if I get his face up on the screen. That dude, Austin Alvey Jackson, they're going to fry his nuts off. They're going to give that dude the death penalty, the electric chair. They're going to put him to death. He's never going to see the light of day. So if that's the case, I think the least he could do for the world to give us a bit of closure is to let us know why he did it. There is something to this story, and it just don't sound right to me. And I'm not saying that this woman deserved it. And let me repeat, this woman did not deserve to die. Okay? Even if she was a mother of 5 kids, even if she was pregnant at a young age, even if she was pregnant at having sex at 13 and got pregnant at 14 and had a kid at 15, that don't mean she needs to die. Not at all. So please don't misunderstand what I'm saying. She didn't deserve that. Not at all. But there is a story, and the story is what we have to tell in order to make sure that our young women, our young so-called queens and all that stuff, to make sure that they don't end up in these pitfalls and these situations. I don't know how y'all raise y'all kids, but the way I raise my daughter is I make sure and tell her what to look out for her. I educate her. We talk, we speak, we communicate. We are open, we are honest to make sure that my baby makes smart decisions and don't put herself in situations to lose. To have a kid at 14 years old, where the hell was her parents at this entire time? I think that as a parent, They could have put her on some birth control, or even possibly, I'm not sure how possible this was, to maybe get her tubes tied even after the second or third kid. Something. But there is no reason for an unmarried person to continue to keep producing kids knowing that you don't even have your life together. All you're doing is contributing to the world in a negative way. That's not a good thing for our society, to bring children into this world that way, with no stability and no protection and no fathers. The fathers are there to protect, provide, teach, and allow you to create a lineage of real family. A family is not a woman just being left alone by herself with a bunch of freaking kids. That's not a family. And people need to stop looking at these pictures of women with a bunch of damn kids and, oh, she's got a beautiful family. Just because everybody got on the same matching t-shirt, white pants, and a pair of Jordans, that don't make them a family. That's not what a family is, whether it be the marriage social construct or whatever it is. A family is a stability, is a stable environment under one roof. And a lot of us, and too many of us, don't know what that's like. I'm fortunate that I know what it's like to be raised in a house with a mother and a father, and I know how valuable that is to children, because we all need stability. We all need stability. Otherwise, we'll be unstable. And when you talk about mental illness, that's another thing that can contribute to mental illness. So if you want to fix a problem, you got to fix a problem at the source, at the root. Am I speaking to y'all heart? Am I saying something that's real? Because last time I checked, that seems to make rational sense. To that young lady, no, she did not deserve to die. She deserved to live. She deserved to be a mother. And she deserved to grow up and become something great. She was still very young. She was only 25 years old. So to that mother, R.I.P., R.I.P. To her 5 kids, I hope they don't end up in the foster care system. And I hope that the family members step up and take care of those kids. Don't end up in the foster care system and end up like those California City boys and end up disappeared and missing somewhere. To that dude, there's a special place in hell for him too. So he'll be out of here. I'm DJ Just Jay with the AFC, and I want y'all to remember, as hard as it was to listen to my words and listen to this story, I'm speaking for the children first. We must do what's in the best interest of the children first. Advocate for children first.